Lifelong learning is the key tool in addressing a complex area of change. It is based on the concept of adult learner and derives from the need in the new knowledge society to learn lifelong new knowledge, skills or abilities, both professional and social fields. Unlike the traditional way of learning, the individual is fully responsible of what he learns, of the way he learns, and of the situation and the context in which he chooses to realize his learning needs. It is necessary that the learner can manage his knowledge in a conscious and critical way. While before the traditional education gave us skills and abilities sufficient for the entire or most working and social life, now there is a need for a continuous updating. So, they need to face with ever new situations, to be able to answer the question in constant transformation of the society. First of all, there is a need to learn, a condition that allows to renew ourselves and our knowledge whenever there is a need, thanks to the acquisition of a sort of interpretive key that gives us the right theoretical approach to deal with change. The success of lifelong learning derives from the phenomenon of globalization, which involves not only the expansion of the labor market, and hence the increasing needs to constantly update their own cultural and professional baggage, but also the introduction of more and more frequent innovations that push and almost compel the individual to keep pace with change. The objective of lifelong learning is to contribute through lifelong to development of the community as a knowledge society with sustainable economic development, more and better jobs, and greater social cohesion. In particular, it aims to promote, within the community, exchanges, cooperation, and mobility between education training systems, in order to become a point of quality in the world. There have been established, in addition, precise objectives to be achieved during the span of the lifelong learning program. Improve the quality and effectiveness of education and training in the European Union. Propose teachers trained for a profile of adult learners. Facilitate the access of all to education and training. Open up education and training systems to the outside world. In order to create an education system that is equal in each member state of the European Union, was created the Common European Framework of Reference by international experts. Now it is part of the most important documents in the field of European language, allowing us to have outlined the necessary steps to the acquisition of a foreign language and knowledge levels in which to divide the various learners to perform specific lessons for a gradual, constant, and specific advancement to each student. The framework traces the essential basis for international communication and for processing various focal points in training, such as teaching plans and textbooks. We should also take into account the substantial aging of the Italian working population that leads to this need to learn more. And just orienting to a profile of adult learners or older, we will discover the need for teachers training for this type of profile, which are able to understand and meet the requirements, needs and objectives that can be put in later life. The adult student has different needs, attention than the young student. He needs for special attention to his emotional and psychological sphere, as learning is not always obvious in adult age. you can find in front of technological obstacles or in front of behavioral dynamics of the individual in the context class, which may reflect the role of power that he has in a professional life. There are various approaches to teaching that are appropriate for adult students. The most in use is the affective humanistic approach, which allows the student to feel at the center of the lesson, involved at a psychological level, and then stimulated in the smallest steps by the teacher. Is part of this approach the ludic methodology, to which I give great importance. The focal points are to know the emotional dynamics of the learner, needs, motivations, and, above all, it is necessary that the teacher knows what and how implement strategies to achieve the goals. The learner needs to be in a relaxed psychological situation to learn more easily and quickly in a peaceful and non-competitive atmosphere where everyone can feel at ease. I believe that success is allied to market knowledge, indiscriminate respect for learners, and professionalism of the teacher.